Hey, are you talking yourself out of running your own 3-on-3 basketball league before you've even started? Do you think that there's some insurmountable barriers in your way and that all the stars have to be aligned just right for someone like you to run a 3-on-3 basketball league? I want to put those fears to rest. I've had a lot of people share with me that they think it's going to be too expensive to run their own 3-on-3 league. But as far as starting a new business goes, it really doesn't get a lot safer and cheaper than this. A lot of the money that you're thinking about that you're going to have to spend, like on the facility or on your staff, you actually don't have to spend that money unless you actually have collected enough registrations to run your league. Okay, so you've got the money to pay those expenses. Okay, there's only a couple of things that you have to come up with money for that are actually at risk, money that you could lose. And you might already have some of these things in place. Okay, so here they are. You need to register your business if you don't already have a basketball business of some kind. Okay, and this is going to cost you about $135 or so to register as an LLC. You're going to also want to have liability insurance. Now, this could run somewhere between $500 and $1,000 for the first year that you're doing this. But if for some reason you don't end up running your 3-on-3 league, you can get a prorated amount of that premium refunded. So that's not 100% all at risk. You're also going to need a website if you don't already have something that you can use for this. Now, I know how you can get started with a website for just $69 a month with no big upfront costs. So that's not bad. And then lastly, an expense that might be at risk is anything that you want to spend on advertising. But so much of the most effective marketing is actually free or really inexpensive. Okay, things like emails, phone calls, word of mouth, social media, flyers. Okay, so promotion doesn't have to be super expensive. Now, everything else that you have to spend money on for your league to happen, you don't spend it until you've got money coming in with your registrations and you know you're going to run your league. Okay, so that's really all the money that's at risk. And a lot of those initial expenses are one-time expenses, right? In the webinar, we're going to take a look at my estimated profit calculator tool that I created, and I'm going to show you how you can input some numbers like the cost of your facility or how much you might want to pay your staff. And with that tool, you're going to be able to figure out how much profit you could earn by running your very first league. Are you talking yourself out of running a 3-on-3 league because you live in a small town? Okay, if you are, that's nonsense. We've run a 90-team league several years in a row in a super small town of 1,000 people. Okay, so in fact, there's really no correlation to the size of the town that you're in and the size of the league that you're going to have. It's really all a matter of your marketing and also putting out a great event. So if you're doing a good job with your 3-on-3 league, people are going to travel from quite a ways away to come and play in your 3-on-3 league. So small town, no problem. Maybe you're thinking that you have to own your own facility. Well, you don't. We don't own our own facility. So all you have to do is call up a facility and find out their procedure for renting it. It's that easy. Maybe you think that you're just too busy with all the other aspects of your life, and I get it, we're busy people, but if you were to turn off the TV for 2 hours a week, and if you knew exactly what you needed to do, you could get everything done and be running your 3-on-3 league in a matter of a few months. Really, you can do it. Maybe you're worried there's too much basketball competition in your area and people aren't going to be interested. Listen, if we are running over 30 leagues a year here in Minnesota, and there's a handful of other people, other locations that are modeling or copying what we're doing here. So there's probably more like 40 3-on-3 leagues a year here in the Minneapolis area. You can't possibly be living somewhere with more competition than that. And it's not even close to being oversaturated here in Minneapolis. We add more leagues every year and more kids play year after year. Okay, so don't let that be a fear. Maybe you're thinking that you have to know everything there is to know about running a 3-on-3 league right out of the gate and you're nervous. Okay, you don't need to know everything. This 3-on-3 league model It's a new concept right now in your community, and nobody is an expert right now in your community. But you do have an expert right here who is ready to help you from A to Z so that you can put out a great event right out of the gate, okay? I'm inviting you to join my free webinar where I will teach you the 7 steps to running your own successful 3-on-3 basketball league. And I will share with you the pitfalls to avoid so that you can be successful right away. And once you learn these 7 steps, you're going to be able to scale this up and you're going to be able to run many 3-on-3 leagues, okay, if you want to. No more excuses. This really is the next big opportunity with basketball, and I don't want you to miss it or be late to the party. So join the webinar and take advantage of this opportunity, okay? I'll see you there.